throw you even more?
I'm struggling a little bit. Totally struggling a little bit with it. Now, we've been discussing the Premier League title race, which is, of course, getting extremely tight. But let's just take a glance now at the North West Counties Premier Division, because this is fantastic at the moment. So, after Wythenshawe Town beat Wythenshawe FC in the derby, which is named El Civico yesterday, it does leave 3 teams battling it out for the league title. So, here's the state of play at the moment. Wythenshawe Town sit at the top with 89 points and 3 games remaining. Wythenshawe FC in second with 85 points and 4 games left. And Bury in third in exactly the same position. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic, isn't it?
Wow.
We are joined by fans of each club now. In fact, member of the board actually at Wythenshawe FC. We've got Martin joining us. Martin, look, it must be so frustrating not only to lose the derby, but potentially also let slip a shot at the league title.
Guys, yeah, it was an interesting weekend. It's typical football, really. You're at highs and your lows. It was brilliant to obviously put ourselves in a good position with a last-minute penalty against Bury at the weekend, and then obviously to go to neighbours in the obviously bragging rights. We lost the game, but hopefully we're still confident. We've got a good side. Hopefully we've still got a good chance of pipping the boys.
Some drama in that Bury game as well, Martin.
Very much so. Yeah. It's, as I say, it's been a hard campaign. Obviously, keeping up with somebody with the resources, obviously that Bury have. But as I say, we've got a tight knit side, well managed by Shane, that can hopefully pull everything out and get us there.
Tom is joining us now. He's a Bury fan. You can have your say as well. Come and give us a call. 0800 218 2255. Tom, what about that drama then? Where to unpack?
Yeah, well, it goes back all the way to the start for us, because we've, of course, had our points deduction. We had 6 points deducted for our first game back at Gig Lane after 5 long years away from it. But then it was withdrawn from us. We had to play that game against Gloucester again. Thankfully, we won it that time, so effectively we've been deducted 3 points. But not only that, we've had 2 games played behind closed doors recently. So we've had everything thrown against us in our first season back. But we're just glad to be in the race. I know we're big favourites to win the league, and we still possibly will be favourites. But yeah, I'm just happy that we're still in there.
How highly do you rate your chances at the moment then, Tom? Because obviously the state of play at the moment, you've still got 2 teams above you, 4-point gap now with Wythenshawe Town.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, if they win their 3 games, then that's it, isn't it? No one can catch them. So you could say the pressure's on them. They've got difficult games, though. They've got to go to West Didsbury and Chorlton and Chadderton. And then, yes, Skelmersdale are already relegated. It's a dead rubber. You never know what could happen in that game. 2 of our 4 remaining matches are both against Ramsbottom, our big local rivals. So there's some very, very interesting, mouth-watering encounters between now and the end of the season, which actually comes quite early in the 20th of April. So maybe it'll be the playoffs, but I think Bury have just got to go, win our games, and then worry about everybody else afterwards.
I do just want to say as well that a little bit earlier on before the show, I was calling round some of our North West Counties Premier Division fans, and I did call the Wythenshawe Town fan who agreed to come on the show, and he's not picking up their phone.
Oh, come on.
So clearly they are not confident, and clearly, Martin...
You think they want to brag?
Yeah, clearly the Wythenshawe Town lot, Martin, just they're cowards. They don't think they can do it at the top of this division.
I'm not one to speak about other people's chances, guys. To be fair, as very similar to the Bury fan there, I will say I've said for a good 8 or 9 weeks that we've just got to do our job. We've got to get 3 points every time, and then as the Bury fan did say, is they've got to go to West Didsbury, they've got to go to Chadderton. They are difficult places to go, and when a team hasn't got anything to play for, I'm a City fan come Premier League sides, and I remember many years ago Southampton came to Main Road and did us on the last day of the season, so when they had nothing to play for. So, no, I've still got the hope, and as I say, the boys will put everything in starting tomorrow against Barnoldswick.
Oh, Martin, you're talking about the last day at Main Road, aren't you? There was nothing more typical City than that.
No.
That's just the way we used to do things. Martin, there was a bumper crowd, though, for that Wythenshawe derby. How much of a difference does that really make to the players?
I think it does. I mean, the big thing, I say, we went to Bury, which was a great occasion. I mean, we've had 2 sellouts ourselves this year. We against Bury being one of them, and against Wythenshawe Town at our place, we hit the record crowd we had of 1,500. And no, it's the players love it. The manager's always on at us. I sort of dip in and out of the media side of things as well, and it's all about pushing and getting the fans in, getting them noisy, and being that 12th man. And that's what we could really do with tomorrow against Barnoldswick.
And just on that, Martin, I will be honest, I only discovered Wythenshawe FC or Wythenshawe Amateurs as they were at the time. During COVID, it was just as sort of football was coming back and some people were starting to
I remember you coming and helping us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it, Martin. And I just heard this game going on when I lived at my mum's in Charleston. I was like, who plays there? Anyway, went down. Fantastic football club. And weirdly, and obviously it's nothing to do with me, clearly, but since then, this club has just grown and grown
he's claiming
and grown.
it.
I'm not claiming it, although I did run the Twitter for a day, so maybe that got a bit of attention.
You did. You took over, yeah, very much so.
True.
I mean, the beauty of our club is we have over 60 teams. We've got the men's, the women's, the veterans. It's all about community, and obviously you'll have heard in the evening news and things about obviously the sad passing of one of our former players that we had the minutes of applause for yesterday, and everybody came back to the club yesterday, and it was a really emotional day, but everybody's there to support each other, and hopefully that shone through yesterday.
Martin, you were channeling a bit of Kevin Keegan as well before. They've got to do this. They've got to go there.
I thought that when I said it.
They've got to go there. But that's how much it means, though, isn't it? That's the difference.
Well, we only played Chadderton a week or so ago, and to be honest, that was a really, really hard game of football. Both sides didn't want to lose the game. It was very nervy, and it was an awful night in terms of weather as well. It's just for us now. It's a case of we can only do what we can do, and hopefully they do slip up somewhere.
Tom, as a Bury fan, look, I know we're talking about Wythenshawe FC here, who have grown and grown and grown. Obviously, Bury have been a big club for a very, very long time. You've obviously seen your club in much higher divisions, but how much have you enjoyed watching football at this level currently?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it, to be honest. You're absolutely right. I remember when I was in my teenage years, we played at Man City and won, no offence. That's that Paul Butler goal on Valentine's Day with Stan Turnham as manager. So we've been to some of these big stadiums and won there when we're going to Forest and everything. But when you've had 4 or 5 years without any football for the Bury fans at Gig Lane, it's just been so difficult. So we're just sort of grateful we're all back. We're all back together. It's the same club, Bury FC, at Gig Lane. And that sort of has helped us along in a way, because there was a sense of mourning. Other people went to AFC and some of us didn't go at all. And some of us, like myself, have been trying to get the original club back. So everyone's come together. It's just one big party. But, I mean, let's be honest, it's not been without difficulty. But it's just this season. I think long term, if we don't go up this season, if we don't do it, we will eventually go up the leagues. I'm confident of that. But for the Wythenshawe sides, it's massive for them, and I just hope that I hope they do themselves proud, because we've had some great games with them this season. I mean, last week was an absolute nail biter where we were winning until the 99th minute, where we missed an open goal, and they went to the other end and got a penalty and equalised. So had that not been conceded, we might have been thinking we were up already. So just goes to show us what a brilliant division it is. Even at the ninth tier of English football, nothing's got a patch on it, has it?
Tom,
local Northwest football.
You're being very charitable, but we want you to sell it to us. Why are you, Bury, going up?
We're going up because we've got the best team, we've got the best manager, and we've got the best fans. How's that?
It's as simple as that. Martin, same question to you. Why are Wythenshawe FC going up?
Close-knit squad, good manager and knowing how to use them, and the fan base, in terms of hopefully the games we've got left as well. On paper, it should be the best running, but as we've said before, sometimes the surprising results come from the ones that you think are certs.
Huge thank you to Martin, the Wythenshawe fan, and Tom, who's a Bury fan, for joining us tonight on Total Sport on BBC Radio Manchester. The number 0800 218